Hello and welcome to the Cellar Door. I'm George and today I'm in central Tasmania in Oatlands at Callington Mill Distillery, where the past meets the future and some delicious whisky meets my palate. Let's go. Today I'm in Oatlands, one of Tasmania's oldest settlements. It's a small town that punches above its weight with the largest collection of colonial sandstone buildings of any Australian town. It's also the home of Callington Mill Distillery, and I'm meeting founder John to show me around. Hello, John.
Hi, George. How are you?
I am great. I'm very excited to be here at Callington Mill.
Thank you very much for coming.
Now, this is your baby.
Something we're very proud of.
It's a beautiful location. There are lots of spots. Shall we have a wander around?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
First, I'm getting a sneak peek of the blending room to discuss how all this came about. It's a beautiful building. So this is the blending room.
Yes, this is where we taste our barrels individually to try to work out how we're going to mix and match or marry certain flavours to produce our expressions.
Which I believe is something you're very good at, just naturally.
Never let the truth interfere with a good story. Well, I've had a go at it and I've been very lucky. We've got a gentleman named Blair, he's much better at it, and we actually get a lot of help from Mark Nicholson and Bill Lark. So
So Bill Lark sort of was part of the initial kernel of an idea here? Or?
Well, Bill Lark is the reason, he's the person that's ruined my life.
Oh, excellent. Great. Thanks, Bill.
It was Bill Lark that introduced me to Tasmanian single malt. I didn't know what a single malt was back in 2015.
But you've won double gold since then?
At Sheen Distillery, yes. We've won 5 double golds, which we're very proud of.
5?
Yes.
Just a few.
We only entered 6. I bought Dysart House, which is Old Kempton Distillery at the time, and Bill approached me for a lease there, and which I gave him. Then he allowed me to invest in Old Kempton Distillery, and that's when my adventure with Tasmanian single malt started. Yeah, it was sort of semi-retirement. I just wanted to build a hobby farm.
This is the most impressive hobby farm I've ever
It's
seen.
a great hobby farm.
Should we go and have a full tour of
I'd
the
love
hobby
to
farm?
show you around, yes.
Before we go any further, John's right-hand man, Whisky, is joining us to tell us a bit more about this location. So, Whisky, you help run things around here?
Yes, very unique site. The mill was built in 1837, completed, and we have all the supporting buildings. Everyone was built for a purpose.
All these original buildings have been restored inside and out, with a focus on telling the history of the site and its founder, John Vincent, who built the mill in 1837. It's all free to visitors, who can guide themselves through the site's many displays and learn about its bootlegging past.
He used to run his own illegal spirit on the site.
I see.
So we're making legal whiskey at Callington Mill Distillery, and of course single malt premium. We're making a transition from the Callington Mill to Callington Mill Distillery.
Beautiful.
Which is from illegal craft whiskey or spirit to legally craft whiskey.
Excellent. A legal distillery definitely seems like the right approach.
I mean, we're custodians of that asset. And for me, the most important function of the mill is to preserve it for future generations and keep it intact.
Yeah.
So that's our payback to Oatlands.
This is like a storybook fairy tale.
It's a whiskey village.
It is a
It's a
whiskey
whiskey
village.
village.
And of course, alongside this throwback to the past is the new distillery.
We've made no secret of the fact that's a modern building.
Yeah.
This was the latest technology of its time in 1837.
Oh, gorgeous.
And this is the latest technology of its time in 2022.
It's quite poetic.
So, and there's a window into the past and a window into
the future.
the future.
Should we step into the future and...
Let's go.
I'll check out more of the distillery later, but first, I think it's time I warm up my palate. This feels very official, John.
It does.
So we're going to taste some of your whiskies, your first release.
Yes, our first release, we've called it the Leap of Faith release.
Yes.
We had only two basically casks to work with when we first purchased this new make. It was an Apera cask and a Tawny cask.
Right.
So basically all of them had that journey, and then after the whiskey was matured, I wanted to evolve them more. So then we put them on different journeys of further casks for a further 2 to 3 years.
And where did you source the casks?
Predominantly from France, Spain and Portugal, and some from Australia as well. But it's very hard to get Australian fortified. So we've taken all these different types of casks, put the matured whiskey in there, and further evolved them for another 2 years. And we've now got, and then we blended some as well.
That's next.
Yeah, that's next.
Okay. Do you have a favourite?
I like Tango.
Tango?
Tango
Let's
is,
tango.
Let's tango. Tango is a tango between a Remy Martin cask, which is a cognac, and an Australian brandy. So we've had them finished in these two casks, and then we married them or fused them together, and we ended up with a delicate tango.
Now they're going to have a dance on
So
our palates.
We'll taste this one.
Yes. Well, educate me. Should I put a little bit of water in here or?
Well, I think firstly we should try to nose it,
Yep.
have a smell, and a little bit of a taste, and then you do what you feel you need to do. So if you want to add water to it, then that'll soften it. What do you smell? I'm hopeless when it comes to these things. I use things like, oh, it's really nice.
Yes, it does smell
It
delicious.
smells beautiful.
I get a bit of that sort of like dried fruit sweetness. This is really testing me.
I get a lot of pepper notes as well in there.
Yeah, and you get that wave of kind of spice initially.
Like all Tasmanian whiskies, it's very oily and very rich, and it just sits in your mouth. It must be a Tasmanian DNA. So when we've made whiskey, my biggest fear was letting down the Tasmanian team. The fact that our whiskey, according to Bill Lark and other people that have tasted it, they like it. I'm stoked.
Yeah, I like it too, for what it's worth.
It's worth a hell of a lot.
It's got like a chocolatey note
It's
at
still
the end.
dark chocolate, absolutely.
Yeah, and that peaty kind of.
It's still there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I might need to pace myself because there's plenty more to see and drink after the break. John worked extensively with architects Cumulus Studio to ensure the design of the distillery maximised the open space and integrated the buildings with Oatlands' celebrated colonial architecture. And now, in through the distillery door. Here we go. Woo!
The biggest challenge in setting up this distillery was I wanted a Tasmanian distillery to make Tasmanian single malt. I didn't want to make Tasmanian whiskey using Scottish technology or German or Italian.
So this is Tasmanian?
We found Colmark, and they remodeled their business purely to make a turnkey distillery. And this is what
And
we
here it is.
Yeah. I call this the Rolls Royce of all whiskey distilleries.
You made that happen?
Well, Colmark made it happen, I just paid the bill.
It smells so warm and good.
It is. You can actually touch it.
With an emphasis on transparency, visitors can guide themselves through the whole process.
And we've also got a QR code that they can scan on their phone, and an animation will come up and describe the whole process at every whiskey making stage.
Talk about cutting edge. After the mashing, the sugary, water-like substance called wort is formed and cooled down using heat exchange in the fermenters. science.
18,000 litre fermenters, they can fit around 40,000 litre of wash. That's the green beer that we can distill. And here we have 8 fermenters. We like to ferment for 7 days to create extra flavors. And we can have a look here at this ferment.
Oh.
It's very foamy and bubbly and
Watch the carbon dioxide.
Yeah, just like CO2 will hit you. But the smell is great. Like you feel like you are in a brewery because we are.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it smells a bit like popcorn.
Yep.
Or maybe I'm just hungry.
we use lager yeast and creates very nice flavors like green apples, for example. Yeah.
Popcorn, green apples, basically the same thing. Look at this. It's very warm here.
So still going.
Do you come and hang out and warm your hands up in here when it's
Only
cold
when it's
outside?
cold. Only in winter, yes.
Are these the VIPs? And are these Tasmanian made as well?
Everything you see here has been made, commissioned by Colmark, Tasmania. Everything we do here, nothing is computer controlled as far as the whiskey making process. But the process itself is only controlled by our master distiller.
And is this your master distiller loitering in the corner?
Jack. Hello. Here's the man. Jack, tell us how you make whiskey.
Yeah, well, once we've got the fermented wash or the beer, when that's ready to go, we transfer it into the wash still, the big one here. And it's basically like a giant pot on a stove. We boil up the beer, vaporise off the alcohol, goes along the line arm into the condenser here, and flows out through the spirit safe, which is a fancy brass box you can see here.
It's like a sci-fi drinking fountain.
It is a little bit. So originally the spirit safes were designed in Scotland so that the distillers didn't pinch the spirit and drink it. So the taxman made it safe by locking it basically. So we've copied that idea.
Do you have the key to that?
It doesn't actually lock, but it's a very
Don't
good...
tell the other distillers.
It's a good visual representation, and it's a great way to take your measurements and see how it's flowing and all that as well. And it looks spectacular too.
Yeah.
Basically, we want our whole whiskey making process to be just on levers where we can just move and manipulate and shape how we want. And that's what we've done. So Jack can do all the testings he needs to extract the flavour that he wants.
It's quite unique to see a spirit safe, and though there's plenty more that happens after this stage, Jack's gotten me a little sidetracked. Okay, right, it's baby whiskey time.
So this is the new make when it's been broken down to the 65%. So I've added some water to it.
Oh, okay, thank you very
So
much.
it's not as potent, but it's still, got a bit of kick to it.
What sort of notes am I looking for in this extremely alcoholic liquid?
Well, it's still, it's still early days, so it won't taste like whiskey. But because we're using malted barley, you do get a bit of cereal notes coming through, a bit biscuity, and we're almost trying to get a bit of a oat cakey note to it. A bit of sweetness as well. It's sweetness too, yeah, that's kind of what we're going for as well. But just let it touch your lips, don't take a slug.
Don't have a skull.
You can sort of get an idea of it.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of pepper, a little bit of spice as well. But
It's actually quite nice.
yeah, it's pretty drinkable as it is.
Yeah.
But better after it's been in a cask.
Yes. I might save my big sips for the cask whiskey.
Good idea.
Apparently our crew didn't get that memo. Hopefully he sobers up soon. We have a show to do.
A little bit about...
Speaking of which, let's let Jack get back to his work and I'll get back to mine. Do we go to the opposite end of the...
Symmetry.
Yes.
Let's do it.
It's a much lighter colour. Does that mean that it's not aged as long in the barrel, or...?
No. That didn't work.
Won't be much symmetry happening there.
You got a little bit more than that.
Oh dear.
So symmetry, we're probably trying to align the different casks that we've done.
Right.
So that's basically a whiskey that we kept in the 100-litre casks and we combined them. We didn't evolve them in other casks. So
that's why the colour isn't quite so dark.
correct. Usually I would think that was a bourbon barrel, normally, but I don't use bourbon casks. Nothing wrong with that, but we're trying to pick a certain character that we want to be known for. And ours is really fortified wine.
Yeah, which is that sort of sultanery sweet
Correct.
kind of, yeah.
Yes. And French oak, European oak, and we also use American oak as well.
This one's got a sweeter kind of start to it.
Yeah, I've had some people that say they hate symmetry, and I've had some people say that they absolutely adore it. And that's a good thing, because
It's obviously a very
Absolute-
iconic, strong flavour.
do you like an orange or a pear? Different things for different people.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Lovely, and I think that should be 46%.
It is.
46% ABV, yeah. We don't go under that, so you can go to 40% and still call it a whiskey. We don't chill filter, nor do we flock at all.
Right.
So we take it straight from the cask, we particle filter, just to get rid of the wood or anything that's left over.
But you leave those sort of oils and things.
We leave them, all the fats and esters, everything
Yeah, the
in
little-
the bottle. It will flock if it's very cold. If the temperature goes down, you'll see a little bit of cloudiness here. But that's like having a little bit of fat on your meat.
Yeah.
We don't leave that out. It's very good.
It's tasty.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do we have to water this down?
I don't have to. Do you have to?
I don't think so. Cheers.
It's a good whiskey.
That is delicious.
And they're different,
They sure are.
but they come from the same source, and it shows you what evolving a whiskey or maturing a whiskey further in separate casks, what impact that has.
Yeah.
After the break, I'll explore this even more and create my very own whiskey. What better way to finish up my visit than with Callington's very first single malt mixing experience? I'm a pioneer.
Tell us about the serendipity experience.
So actually, the serendipity is a very unique concept of creating and crafting your own single malt whiskey. So when you visit us, you can taste whiskey from the cask. We call it raw whiskey. Still have the charcoal. It's of course high strength, cask strength, but very smooth. So what we have behind us is 5 different casks that they have 5 different journeys. You're gonna taste the whiskey from the cask, and then you try to create the whiskey that suits your palate. It's very customized.
Yeah.
And then you can do multiple trials and say, I
Good.
like. But I think with good whiskey to start with, all the whiskey is gonna be very beautiful. So you taste the whiskeys, and we take this formula you've created to yourself and create for you a bottle
whole
at
bottle.
700 ml cask strength. You sign on the label, and that's your own blend. We keep it on file, so anytime we'd like to replicate that, you can give us a call. Say, send me a bottle of my
Of
blend.
the George.
Of the George.
Great.
The first cask we have is a Tokay cask. All the whiskies were matured in small 20-liter casks and then finished into the big casks.
Bigger one, okay.
So when you finish it, the whiskey have a new journey into the wood. So we have the Tokay, we have Australian brandy, we have a sherry butt Oloroso that is almost 40 to 50 years old. It's a very unique, rare cask.
Okay.
And in single malt whiskey, if you fill the whiskey in a cask bigger than 700 liter, you're not allowed to call it whiskey. So that's basically one of the biggest you can go.
Ah, okay.
And then after that, we have some very rare white fortified wine. And the last one is the Muscadel, very aromatic
Okay.
fortified wine.
5 barrels of single malt to mix. Let's get into it.
Oh, that smells yummy.
5 mils of the first one.
Okay, and then we've got the brandy.
Yeah, that's Australian brandy.
I think this one I'm going to pop in a little touch of Australian brandy whiskey to add some structure.
I definitely came up with that on my own.
3?
4.
4.
All right.
All right.
3 actually.
A bit freer more than I thought. And now we've got
Oh, the
ooh,
Oloroso.
sherry. Oh, I do like a
Oloroso.
good sherry.
We have direct relationship with the cooperage in Spain. And we shift the cask directly, and those casks are full of sherry.
Oh, so you get the cask
We get
and the
cask
sherry.
and the sherry, exactly. So once we want to fit with whiskey, we take
You have
out
to
the
drink
sherry,
all the sherry.
drink them all, make Christmas cakes,
Yes.
and then fill them with whiskey. So they are still moist and full of flavors.
Oh, yeah.
Very generous.
Oh. Now this is the white.
The white fortified wine, yeah. Very rare
Smells
gas.
really good.
Look at the color, like
Yeah.
it's very cherry, very dark, complex, concentrated whiskey.
Ooh, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Just straight up. Okay.
I smelled it before. So this is where when you are creating your own whiskey, you define what you want. You want like a dry whiskey or a sweet whiskey. You want something creamy. It depends on the cask.
That's kind of creamy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The aftertaste, even you can get a little bit of the bee wax on your teeth. Sugary.
Yeah.
Honey.
Oh, I like that. I think I'm gonna go for gold with this one.
All right.
Luckily, Rizky is keeping track of this recipe.
You have to add now around 25 if you want to make this your base.
Okay.
So you have to reach it up to your 40 ml mark.
Okay.
I can drink that, that's fine.
Okay, great. Okay. And finally, muscadel.
That muscadel is around 40 years old. It had bourbon for 15 years, then had muscadel for 25 years.
So it'll be quite sweet.
Yes, sweet, yes. And not only sweet, the muscadel is very aromatic, very flowery flavors coming through.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So if you want to add aroma to your whiskey, muscadel is the answer.
Why not?
So now, what you can do is, you can put your hand on top and shake it.
Is that?
So this is the George's first trial. All right,
So this is the first ever on-site serendipity blend
100%.
made by me.
Exactly right. Enjoy your own crafted
I know.
single malt whiskey, the Serendipity at Callington Mill Distillery.
I hope you enjoy it.
Didn't have much left, but that's enough.
A generous pour.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Wow,
Is that a good wow?
the smell is great. I don't know what you did, but the smell is great.
It's just natural. Comes naturally to me.
I'll keep this recipe on fire.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'll take a commission. Okay, taste test.
Yep. I got a lot of nuts coming through.
Oh yeah, yeah. What
I
would you
think-
add to it to give it a little bit more weight?
Let's add some chocolate
Okay.
to it.
This is the maths and science
Let's
bit.
add 5 ml. Right.
Yes.
Let's add 5 ml.
I was just going to say that.
With a bit of tweaking by Rizky.
Look at the legs. It's a dense whiskey.
Oh yeah, there you go.
They take some time to drop.
Yeah,
And
super dense. All right, the George Mark II.
yes, I think it's much better. It sits on your palate. It doesn't
Yeah.
flow quickly.
Look, I don't think that I'm going to put you guys out of business, but
Yep.
I'm happy with my blend.
That's our
First
pleasure.
serendipity,
Thanks for
yeah.
joining us.
Thank you
Your
for having
own
me.
first serendipity
I know.
experience.
Thanks, Rizky.
Cheers.
Once you've worked out your mix, you get to the really fun part, filling the bottle. My maths went a little out the window, but as John and Rizky say, sometimes it's best to just go with the flow.
It's a beautiful dark colour.
That's it. It's very cherry dark. That's your own serendipity. And we're gonna go and label it now.
Well, I have had a jam-packed trip to Callington Mill. I could spend days here, but unfortunately, right now it's time to go. But I will be back, both here and on your screens next time on the Cellar Door. Right now, me and the George are going to take a little stroll. I'll see you next time.